Raila Odinga clearly stole the show today at the Africa Fertilizer and Soil Health Summit at KICC, Nairobi. That was an event organized by the African Union. I want to explain what Raila Odinga achieved by attending that event and also by welcoming William Ruto and other African leaders who attended that event. But before we do that, for those who might have missed the clip of Raila Odinga welcoming William Ruto and other African leaders, look at it before we continue.
Welcome, Your Excellencies. If there are any of us who are seated, please let's all be upstanding. We're going to start with the Kenyan National Anthem, followed by the AU Anthem. The Kenyan Anthem.
What did Raila Odinga achieve by attending that event? Before we answer that question, let me start by saying this. That was an African Union organized event. How Raila Odinga ended up welcoming visitors, Ruto and those other African presidents, that's a story for another day. And also how African Union saw it fit to bring that summit to Nairobi at a time the government is under siege on the fake fertilizer. And then they dubbed the event Africa Fertilizer and Soil Health Summit. That's also a story for another day. But could it be possible that the African Union wanted to embarrass and to expose William Ruto? That aside, let's now dig into the real issues. The first achievement, Raila attending that event gave him that podium or platform to showcase himself and to bond with other African leaders. Because we know that the same leaders are the ones who will be voting come next year in Addis Ababa for his bid. So it gave him a wonderful opportunity to bond with some of them. And you are seeing Raila Odinga there. That's Raila with Lazarus Chakwera, Malawi president. And also that photo, that's Emerson Mnangagwa, Zimbabwe's president. And also you are seeing Faki there, the outgoing African Union Commission's chair. Raila attending that event gave him that opportunity to bond with those leaders. And that can work in his favor in his quest to be the next AUC. Secondly, Raila attending that event proved that he's a nationalist and a patriotic leader. A leader who is ready and willing to put aside his political differences with the government for the sake of the country. Raila and William Ruto showed maturity. They never aired their dirty linen in public. When William Ruto was making his closing remarks, he never attacked or answered Raila Odinga. So Ruto showed maturity. Raila also showed maturity. So it proved beyond any reasonable doubt that Raila is a patriot, a nationalist, who is ready, willing to put aside his personal differences with Kenya Kwanza in front of the visitors. He can't embarrass Ruto or Kenya when visitors are there. And also, if you observe that event very well, it was also symbolic. Raila welcoming African leaders, and then you are seeing him exchanging, rather comparing notes with the outgoing African Union Commission's chair, Faki. The person intends to succeed. That was in itself symbolic to me. It might be a sign of Raila's future role at the Commission, African Union Commission. I think it was symbolic. As I conclude, if you look at what happened today, and if you look at the race for this AUC, we currently have three candidates: Kenya's candidate, Somalia, and Djibouti. Somalia and Djibouti are predominantly Muslim countries. And if at all the Muslims are to vote for one of their own, then it's clear they are going to divide their votes between Somalia's candidate and Djibouti's candidate. But even assuming they don't divide their votes, Africa has 54 countries. Out of these 54 countries, about 18 to 20 are predominantly Muslim countries. Even if they vote for one candidate, they will not still manage to beat Raila Odinga, assuming it goes the religious way. They will still not be able to beat Raila Odinga. A total of 18 cannot win where the total is 54. So whether the Muslim countries vote for one of their own, they'll still not be able to beat Raila Odinga. And also, if you look at the quality of the candidates, I don't think any of those two candidates can actually beat Raila Odinga. In fact, even as I talk, none of them has started campaigns. We are only seeing Raila Odinga campaigning, but these ones are still quiet. A sign that they are not very sure whether to contest for that seat or not. They are still weighing things. So this is a seat that Raila Odinga clearly has an upper hand unless something drastic happens. That's what I'm saying here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me stop it there. In case you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. And to those watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. If possible, subscribe, give the video a like. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.
Your Excellencies, if there are any of us who are seated, please let's all be upstanding. We're going to start with the Kenyan National Anthem, followed by the AU Anthem. The Kenyan Anthem.